All right, we're going to work with an idea that we've kind of already mentioned in the last section, that square roots are going to work in the same way as variables do. So we want to add and subtract them, but we have to have like terms. So here's what I mean. This is exactly the same idea as if you had 2x minus 7x. The square roots are acting like the variable. So the only way we can put them together is if they're exactly the same thing. Well, this is of course negative 5x. Well, if they're square roots, it becomes negative 5 square roots of 2. So that's the key idea, is that they are the same thing as a variable. It's the name. You have 2 square roots and 7 square roots. You're going to subtract them. So again, they match. These are the same kind of square root. If they weren't, we wouldn't be able to put them together. So we'll get negative 1 square root of 2. Okay, same thing. These are the same kind of roots, so they can be put together. So negative 4 square root of 3. Okay, this is all going to just be the same, I think. I don't think it'll get more difficult till our next video, but this is the same kind of square root. The name is the same. They have idle nose in there, but it's a square root of y. Well, they match, so I have 7 square root of y. Okay, so see where this is going by now, I'm sure. They match 9 square root of x. 8 square root of u. All right, now I thought we might not see this till later, but here we have it. These are not the same thing. Just like I couldn't put together 4x minus 2y, I can't put together the square root of x minus the square root of y. They're not the same thing. They're not like terms. So that is the best we can do. We're going to just leave it alone because they do not combine. Same here. Those are not the same. Square root of p is square root of y. It's not a like term. They can't be put together. So we're done. There's nothing to simplify. Same here. Nothing simplifies. All right, now we just have a more complicated one, but no big deal. This is just going to be, they're all like terms. So I've got 5, I've got 9, got 11 square root of 13. Okay, same here. They all match, so they're like terms. I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, once again, I got my matches. So I've got 8, got 11 square root of 10. All right, just a slightly more complicated one here. Some of the terms combine, and this one doesn't. So if I put this together, I get negative 4 square root of 6 plus 3 square root of 3. So you can always try it if you want to pause it, but I think this is pretty simple. These match. I get 1 square root of 5. Don't really need to show the 1, but just so you get the idea. Okay, the first two are like terms, but the last one isn't. So I've got negative 5 square root of 7 plus 2 square root of 5. All right, now the names have gotten much more complicated. This is good here. The square root of 5n has to be a perfect match. It would be the same as if I was trying to put together these. So if I'm combining like terms, this is the name. And even though there's an x in this one, it has to be the same name. This is the xy's, and this is just the x. That's not the same. So many words share letters, but it's not the same word. These would match. So we have the same thing here. The 5 n's have to match. So all of these have exactly the same name. So we can put it together. The square root of 5n is the name, and they all match. So 2 minus 6 is going to give me negative 4. Well, this is odd. Plus 4. So we're going to have 0 square roots of 5n. Now, if there's none of them, we could just say 0. I don't know if they're going to do that to you again here. No, I don't think so. They all match. So we have the same name. That's good. So I've got one of them. I've got minus 6 plus 4. I've got minus 2 square roots of 7x. Okay, again, we've got a match here. We've got 4 minus 7. Now I don't need to really show the 1. That would have been acceptable too. Alright, more complicated names with the same thing. The name has gotten really long, but the names match. And now they're not showing anything out front, but that's like there's one of them. So I've got 6 minus 4. I've got 2. Okay, all these match. It's like there's a 1 out front there. So I've got 5 minus 7. Okay, more of the same. Now there's a 1 in front of there. So 3 plus 1, so I get 0 square roots of 7mn. Well, if there's 0 of them, then there's just 0. Okay, that's a good introduction. In the next section, I think we're going to get a little more complicated, but that'll get you started.